Oh wow. This ain't small. This variety isn't medium. Oh, I think I have my new record here. I think I broke the 1 kilo. No way. This has to be a kilo. All right. What do we have here? Whoa. Oh, that's that's not a good smell. Ooh, that's a funky one. Alright guys, it's that time of the year where I harvest my winter potatoes. Okay, so these guys are 120 days old to my left, to the right of the video, but to my left. Although their conditioning still looks pretty good, I can probably leave these for 140 days, but because it's getting hot now, they're starting to sprout, so I think we're good to harvest them. We've already got the full 120 days anyways. Alright, so for the first half of the video, we're going to be harvesting the potatoes in this bed in front of me. These potatoes at the back, they're also the winter potatoes, but they're a bit younger. They're on the 90 days side, and as you can see, they're still pretty much green. So we're gonna be leaving them. Alright, just removing these covers because we did have a cat issue. But yeah, I'm leaving the younger half to continue growing. Despite the temperature heating up, the older tubers are more at risk at sprouting, which are the ones at 120 days. Alright, we have the all done. It's time to harvest. Okay, we're gonna do things a bit differently this year. I want a quicker harvest because last year's video was like an hour long. So we're gonna use a fork to lift these up. Let's take the mulch off first though. Alright, let's dig it up with the fork. Okay, first one up is White Star. This is a main crop variety. Ooh. Okay, that didn't go as how I wanted it to go. Anyway, let's check it out. These are nice and big. Ooh, got some nice ones here. These are big. Okay, so this year I gave them more room and space so they can get larger per plant. Oh wow. We still got more. A good first harvest. Yeah, White Star like to stay close to the stem. Alright, here's the first harvest of this bed. It grew nice, many large tubers. This is probably 2.5, I'm gonna guess. So yeah, this is a White Star main crop variety, growing for 120 days. I could have left it a bit longer, but yeah, some of them were sprouting. I didn't want to risk any more tubers sprouting. Okay, 2.8. We got some nice ones here. It's a bit too scattered to use a fork, so I'm just gonna dig it by hand. Alright, this is a rodeo and it's a first early's potato. I hope this is rodeo. Oh wow. That's a nice size. The description says these are a medium-sized potato. Didn't think it would be this big with the one sitting there. That's a good one. That's decently large. Good size. I thought these were small. I guess that's what happens when you give them a lot of room. I guess unless it's an actual like fingerling variety, medium-sized potatoes can pretty much just grow as big as a large one. Oh, no way. Hold on. What? Oh, hold on, it's too close. It's a big one. This ain't small. This variety isn't medium. Oh, I'm happy with that one. Okay, we got one more there. Is that a... Okay, yeah, rodeo. Alright, here's the first rodeo harvest. My first ever rodeo harvest, by the way. Good size. This is probably just under 2. Ooh, 620. Okay. Turn it off. Minus 200 grams from the plate. Wow, this is only 1.9. Interesting. Pretty big. Alright, it's time for one of my biggest plants in this bed. This one accidentally snapped off, so we'll get that first. And you have one here. Oh, that snapped off too. Anyway, I left majority of the stem on so we can just see how thick this is. This is a Pontiac. They usually get thick in general, but this is like really thick, a solid stem. So I'm excited. Oh yeah, we did have one potato going out there. But yeah, let's check this one out. Okay, Pontiac, it's a main crop variety, and these can grow quite large. Oh, okay. This one's a bit smaller. Good size. Oh, no way. Oh, we still have some on the side. Okay, you can still see it on the video. Wait, what? That's huge. Was I getting eaten? Oh, it looks like I was getting eaten. Oh, I think I have my new record here. Oh no, hold on. This is huge. This might beat out my 849 gram potato. Possibly. It's big. Oh no, we still got some more here. Alright, here's what we got from the first Pontiac in this bed. Kind of surprised. It's a lot less than I was expecting. I mean, yeah, we got some giant ones. But this is probably maybe just 2.5. This is probably only 2.5. The plant was quite big. Oh well, I mean, the aim was bigger potatoes anyway, so far we've been getting that. Alright, let's check the big boy. Oh, wait. Hold on, let me reset this. Alright, let's try that again. And I have a new record. 928, 930. Okay, 929. That is a new record for me. Alright, so the total for this 2.7. Not bad. I did hype this up a bit too much, like saying this would be 4 kilos. Okay, this one is a white star, but this is actually this is probably only 90 days old though, because these are replacement plants. So this one's not gonna be too big. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Oh yeah, I'm definitely wrong. It's pretty good for 90 days. This plant lost a lot of leaves when it was windy, so potentially this could have been a lot bigger. Okay, we're gonna move. Oh, where'd he go? Alright, that's what we got from this plant. So big for 90 days. 1.6. It's alright. Okay, this one's a rodeo. This one's also 90 days old. That and this was a replacement. And this one got severely damaged, so this might not be that great. Okay, that's this harvest of rodeo. So this one you can tell it's a bit overwatered. This isn't scabbing. That's a swollen lenticel. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Yeah, oh, so yeah, small harvest as expected from this one. That one is 1.2. Okay, this one is rodeo. It's a nice one there. Okay, that's not working. This is clearly not working. Alright, so here we go. One. Ooh, it's a nice one. Oh, that's a nice. Here we go. Good size. Okay, the potatoes from this rodeo, all smaller than I thought. I mean, I guess the plants weren't that big. Okay, let's try that again. Minus 200 grams. Okay, 1.650. Okay, this one is a Pontiac. As you can see, the stem is nice and thick. Oh, oh. Hello. Oh, this is the one. Okay, this is the one I was surrounding. I didn't realize the sun can overheat my phone. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I did not realize how big this is underground. I saw that last night. I didn't expect that half here. So yeah, this one is sprouting. This is the one I was like, okay, I need to harvest them. I could plant this, but I don't have it. I don't have any room. So I'm gonna grab the other one. Oh, how do these look? These are huge. This could be the thumbnail. It is big. Got some good contenders. Oh wow, that's a big one too. Nice, so look at that. Two, though technically there was 3. So wait, where was that other one? Yes, so from that one, this one stolen here, you had 4 tubers growing. Oh, this one, yeah, this is the other one of the sprout as well. Okay, here we have it. This Pontiac harvest with a nice giant one. Yes, so this one is sprouting, and so is this one. This one's so good. I love the flat look of it. Yeah, this one, the plant was a good size, but it just, like I had other crops do 3 kilos at the size of the plant. I mean, this could be 3 kilos. No, I don't think so, but it's probably 2.3, 2.4. But yeah, that's this one. And one more for this first half. Oh wow, this is basically the same weight as the other one, 8 grams more. It's kind of, that's cool. Yeah, that's nice. What is this one? Curious. 570. Okay. Okay, 2.2 kilos. All right, this last one here in this garden bed is a white star. Now, we already know it's a big one here, but oh, what's happening here? Okay, we got that weird thing happening again. It's a nice big white star. Oh, this one's, that's weird. Is it just a sprout trying to grow? Could be, yeah. Alright, and that's the harvest from White Star. Got some nice big ones, although not a lot though. Interesting. Okay, we'll have a look at them all together. Okay, they're 500 grams each. That's nice. 1.5. I need to do some talking for this one. Alright, and that's the harvest for the first half of the winter potatoes this year. Okay, I'm not going to be humble here. I'm going to say this is a disappointingly satisfying harvest because we only achieved one of the 2 goals. So we got our larger tubers, but we didn't get more tubers. I think I convinced myself this was going to be bigger than it actually is, but it's still good anyway. In general, yes, this is a great harvest, but still did not reach my expectations. But to be fair, these were small plants, and it is true that they're shorter because they received more sunlight because I gave it more room. I only planted 8 here, but yeah, the plants were just small in general. Like if you compare it to these ones, that's very big. These are also very big. None of the potatoes in this bed got that big for some reason. All right, sorry to put the giant watermark in your face. I think I lost a small one clearing the mulch, but anyway. So yeah, White Star, good harvest. Yeah, this plant was small, had big leaves, but it was small. Then we got the Pontiac over here, this gigantic guy here, almost a kilo. It's so cool, actually. But yeah, the plant had a big stem and produced this guy, and this one here too. This one's nice, this hasn't sprouted yet. Yeah, that's that one. Rodeo. So this one's meant to be like a medium, maybe medium large or just medium size first early's potato. Did decently. This one didn't grow any giants though. Still good harvest. So this one a rodeo too, but this was the transplanted one, so it was only 90 days old, not 120. But results are very similar to that one. This one had a lot more stems though, so that could explain. I mean, I've grown single stems that can go up to 3 kilos, so it's not necessary that you need a lot of stems just to get 3 kilos, 4 kilos in total. 90 days, that kind of matched that at 120. So the white star over here, this one was also 90 days because these were transplanted. They had like tiny stems here, so I needed to replace them. Yeah, but this one did good. Could have been better though. Okay, my other Pontiac here, this one, the other, is it 930? Yeah, 930 tuber. Nice big tuber. See, if I left it for an extra 20 days, with the state of the plant, these could have gone an extra 20 grams, not 20 grams, 200 to 300 grams with the state of the plant, but that's all right. This one did good as well. Big fat stem, got me a nice big tuber. So we have the rodeo over here. These ones grew nice large stems, nice large tubers too. So this one is a surprise. And lastly, the white star over here. Now this one was more of what I was expecting from all of them, like closer to 3 kilos. Yeah, this one is great, nice size. I think these ones are supposed to be a bit more uniform. So in conclusion, you want some big record-breaking or personal record, Pontiac. Those can always grow large. Now rodeo is meant to be in first earlies that are more of a medium-sized potatoes, but if you give them enough room, you can get some nice tubers. White Star is also a large yielder of potatoes, but they're a bit more uniform. So I don't know if you can achieve like a giant from one tuber, but you will get a lot of large tubers together. Alright, so that was the first half harvested. Now we just have to wait for the second half. Now these ones should produce a higher total yield. These are much bigger plants. Much bigger. This one is the king plant right here. I thought this was rodeo. This is actually Pontiac. So who knows? I might get a kilo tuber here. Alright, I forgot to say it while filming, but the total harvest from the first half is 16 kilos. Alright, so that first half we got some pretty good results, but the second half I think you guys will enjoy the most. Alright, it's been a month, let's harvest the second half of the winter potatoes. So yeah, these are sitting between 110 days to 115 days. We are getting heat waves and the leaves are just toasting up. Some of them are still good like this, but I think it's time we got rid of all the winter potatoes anyway. Alright, so the second half is going to be this bed here, this bed over here, this one here, that one there at the back, these potatoes over here, and the potatoes in the double stacked pots. Alright, starting off with this bed. And the first one we're going to look at is a Pontiac. Oh, that's a really long stolen. Ooh, that's a lovely size right there. Let's see if we got, is this a joint? Ooh, it's a good one. It's a good size. I like the color on this one. Oh, here we go. Here's a giant. Ho ho ho. It's a beautiful size. First one for the second half. This is probably only 1.5 kilos. Not as great. Well, not as heavy as I was expecting, but these are good size, these three here. Alright, 670. 2.2 kilos. Alright, next one up, White Star. Ooh, that's a nice one. This one's nice and flat. Alright, here's the second one. It's a good harvest. It's probably 1.2 to 1.5 as well. 1.7. Alright, the last one in this bed is a rodeo. Ooh, here we go. Got some good ones. Nice. Yeah, I love these ones. They have a nice shape and skin to them. The eyes aren't deep either. Alright, here's the third harvest. The size is not too bad, although there's not much. To be fair, this spot wasn't getting the most amount of sunlight, but I'll take the sizes for it. I'll be happy with that. 1.26. Alright, next up is the tallest wooden raised bed. These are actually 140 days old. I was meant to harvest this at the first half of the harvest, but then I completely forgot about it. Oh, wow, wow, wow. These are big. Oh, is a sprout? Here we go. Here's a giant. Oh, not. Oh, it's a sprout. This one's yeah, this is a good one. I've only ever seen this part of it, not this bottom half. So the first half we got two giant pontiacs that almost reached 1 kilo. I wonder if this one would break it. Doesn't look like. I don't think so. Maybe 980, 970. Oh, we got another big one here. Oh, it's sprouting too. Dude, these are all huge. I like it. Oh, hold on. Yes, another one. Oh no, this is rotten. It's squishy. Oh yuck. Squirted. Oh man, that's a waste. This was like really deep. It's probably why. I mean, this part is still pretty fresh, but this bottom part not. Alright, that's at harvest there. Pretty good. We'll get that weighed soon. Yeah, it's probably 1.8, maybe just 2 kilos on the dot. Okay, 857. And then just some digging. 2.7. That's pretty good. Oh, we forgot one. Oh, this is already starting to root down. Alright, the second one in this bed. Wait, I think I forgot to say it. These are pontiacs. Yeah. This one here, this plant had a weird start, so let's see if it will perform as best. Not as best. Let's see if it will perform as good as its neighbor. Yeah, these are sprouting, too much sprouting happening. Oh, what the hell? I think I broke the 1 kilo. No way! This has to be a kilo! Oh my god. This has to be a kilo. That's huge. Yeah, that has to be. I know the front looks a bit skinny, but this has to be a kilo for sure. If not, this should be the heaviest out of what I've harvested so far. Holy moly. I think I'm happy. I don't care whatever we get in this bed, I don't care. I'm happy with that. Yeah, no, this grew weird at the beginning. I was actually considering replacing it. Good thing I didn't anymore. Oh, can you see this one? Oh, okay, if you look at this, the difference in the skin texture, I don't know if it's that visible on the phone, but this one is a new potato that's growing. It's young. You can see the skin, it's like bright pink with like, for this variety, you got like the splotches of the white. Like the color of the skin isn't fully developed. While here, this is what you call a matured skin. Yeah, this one's good for storage, this one isn't. Gotta be careful of that one. That came from one of the mulch bags. Alright, that's it for harvest number 2 in this bed. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this has to be a kilo. Oh, alright, there's nothing in there. Almost 1.1. Oh. Yep, you see, nothing in there. Nothing. Put this further away. Was it 1.09? Let's say, yeah, 1.096. There we go. Damn, that's so good. I've officially joined the 1 kilo club. Alright, 2 kilos. Alright, that's those 2 potatoes for this garden bed. Ooh, okay, here we are. I was gonna leave this last, but I really want to look at this. This is the biggest potato for the winter season. It was like really big. Let's see how big of the potatoes I got from this plant. I don't know why it got this big. Pretty sure I used all the big seeds first for the first half of the potatoes that I planted, or that I harvested. Alright, that is looking good. Oh yes, that's good. That's good. Okay, yep. These came from the main stem. That came. Yep. They came. Yes, good. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right. What do we have here? That's good size. I like the color in that. Yeah. At first, I thought this was a rodeo, but then I was like, wait a minute. These potatoes, they're pontiacs, not rodeo. That's a good size. This one is smaller than I expected, though. Well, I thought it would be. Nice potatoes. Oh, that one's big. Okay, these ones I haven't seen, so oh, this one's alright. Bad. The skin of these ones are good, really good. There's a giant here. Oh, okay. This is probably under a kilo. This one is as big as the first ones I harvested. It's good though. Oh, that's a weird one. You got this, and then it's just like pale at the bottom. Alright, that's the harvest from this bed. Alright, that's the harvest from this plant. Now, this was the biggest plant, and these are good. This is probably 3 kilos, or a little over 3 kilos. This is a good harvest. I don't know. One more giant potato would have satisfied me completely, but this is still good. Yeah, this is not one. This can't be a kilo. Anyway, this is good. This came from my biggest one. I'll do digging at the end and just add it when I'm gonna weigh it. 800. Okay. Oh, 800. Oh, I'm gonna keep trying. I don't want to add two together, like the calculation, so we can just get it in one go here. Oh wow, that was almost a 4 kilo harvest. 3.925. Can you see there? The last time I got something, like I got a 4 kilo harvest, but I planted like a really big seed potato. Hold on, let me dig just to be sure there's nothing left. All right, on to the next one. All right, this one is a white star. Good sizes. Ooh, that's a funky one. Oh, it's got more. It's a nice size. There we go. Alright, harvest number 2 from this bed. This one's good too. Probably 2.5 kilos, maybe. It's close to matching that one. This one had a lot of stems. But these are good. I like them. Perfect potatoes. $2.8. This one's good too. Alright, for the long, slim raised bed, we're going to be harvesting white star first. Oh, the seed potato. Good first harvest from this bed. These are good size. Like, these are the perfect baking potato size right there. Alright, 2 kilos. Alright, now onto this rodeo. This one was a good one. See what we get. Oh, I like that skin. Yep, there was. Oh, oh no. I mean, not oh no. Ooh, hello. It's a nice one. Actually, I really like these. I like the ones that get like really long. It looks like a like a russet because they're supposed to grow long like this. It's neat. Yeah, I know. I think I'll keep this variety of the plant. I love it. Like even if they're not as big as the Pontiac, like this is great to harvest. Oh wow, we're still going. Whoa. Whoa. What the heck? This looks so good. Alright, harvest number 2 from this bed. This is probably one of the best ones. Uh-oh. Alright, I am back. The phone camera turned off because the phone was like overheating, but here we are. Harvest number 2 from this bed. This is really, really good. Yeah, this one grew a lot of sprouts, but they lasted, like the health of them was probably the best one out of this variety. Wasn't expecting these big ones. Maybe something like that size, but yeah, these are a surprise. That's good. Let's see how these ones weigh. It's not too bad, 520. Alright, just one off from 500. That's good. There's a kilo right there. Yeah, these are gorgeous. I feel like I just want to plant these. Oh, come on. Alright, 3.3 kilos. It's good. We got some heavy hitters in the second half. This is a Pontiac, the last one in this bed. Alright, this one grew into a stem, that's why it's cut off. I think, yeah, that's a stem one, yeah. Let's push it this way, there we go. Look how long that is. Also, if you're new to watching my videos, I have a watermark because thieves, they like using my potato harvest. And because I don't do long shots, they just like to take my video. But yeah, I know a lot of people do, but I could never do the like harvest from a really like far away shot. It's not enjoyable. I don't enjoy those kind of harvests. I like these close-ups, so I film close-ups as well for you guys. Makes it feel like you're harvesting the actual makes you feel like you're harvesting the actual video. It makes you feel like you're doing the actual harvest in a way. Also, I'm trying to bring back these super close-up shots because I did like them for my 2023 harvest. This is a big one. Oh man. This one was a fairly big plant, getting good sunlight, so could I get a giant from here? Alright, that's this one here. You can harvest no super giant ones, but these are good. Probably 400 grams each. Oh, I never even guessed the weight for these. This one's probably 2.2, 2.5. This one here, this is probably, yeah, 3.2. Maybe a bit more. That one there, maybe 1.8. I'm putting covers on here while I do the harvest because I have to weigh them individually and then, you know, do the other stuff on my video. Oh, I wasn't recording. Let's do that again. And 3.1 kilos. This is pretty good. I like it. Here's the covers for the other potatoes. Yeah, because I still gotta weigh them individually, and I want to do the whole thing I do at the end of the video, or the end of the harvest. Right onto my corner bed, Pontiac. Oh, that's a good one. Oh wow. Oh, I like this one here. Good size. Alright, that's at harvest here. Didn't grow that many, but we got some nice big ones. I like the shape of this better than the really long ones. Alright, let's do that a third time. The phone battery was low, so the recording stopped. Alright, that's 2.2 kilos. Alright, this one is a white star. This one was a transplant because the Pontiac here kept having frost damage for some strange reason. There's a lot of tubers close to the stem. Oh man, the rotten potato. I have to be careful. Ooh, good, good. Oh, it wasn't a rotting, but oh no! Why did this rot? It wasn't the seed potato, it was an actual potato. Wow. Oh, that's that's not a good smell. Oh man, what a waste. See, not even the worms can deal with that level of fresh rot. They won't be able to break it down. That's that. I had a similar result to another white star that I transplanted into a pot. It just gave me 4 big ones. That's disgusting, but it kind of looks like melted cheese. Alright, that's that harvest there for only 4 with a few small ones. One unfortunately rotted away. If you look at the rest of the plant, it's kind of firm. I'm gonna put that down, it's too close to my face. There must have been a spot where it couldn't breathe and it just started to rot away. Unfortunate. That's probably like 800 grams there. Alright, it's time to weigh Smelly. How much does Smelly weigh? 300. Okay, 1.2. Alright, that's that for this bed. Alright, onto the double stacked pots. We'll just clear one and have a look at the roots if there's any roots at the bottom, and then we'll get to the harvest. Alright, so these didn't grow as big as I was hoping for, but we'll see how many roots grew at the bottom anyway. Not a lot of roots at all, actually. Alright, so my barrel is unavailable to use, so we're gonna do this the old-fashioned way. Yeah, the old-fashioned way is me just tipping it to the side, not tipping the whole pot over. Wow, that is better than I expected. It's good. It's a bit weird. Ah, that's a good one. These weren't that big, but they gave me good tubers. Alright, harvest from the first double stacked pot. This is pretty good, this size here. 1.5. 1.6. Alright, double stack number 2. This one is rodeo. Oh, whoops. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. Wow, a massive one in here. Oh, it's a submarine. Yeah, that one's being eaten. It's a good one. Little mole cricket. Alright, harvest from double stacked pot number 2. This is actually pretty good for the plant size. Like, we actually got a large tuber here. If this was able to last a bit longer, this might have been, all the small ones would be bigger. Yeah, this is probably looking like 2 kilos. Oh, yep, almost 2 kilos, 1.9. Alright, the last double stacked pot, this one is a Pontiac. Okay. This is good. What? I'm pretty surprised about the ones in the pots. Okay, that was Alright, that was pretty much it. Alright, that's it for the final double stacked pot. It's probably 1.2 kilos. Maybe I didn't plant them that deep, but the plants didn't grow that big either, so it didn't end up growing roots, like that much roots into the second pot below. Well, we'll trial and error for next time. Yeah, I probably need to plant deeper, but if the plant grew big enough, it would have grown roots at the bottom anyway. My guess for this was over fertilization. The soil was a bit too salty. The ones in the pots were delayed the most. It literally took a whole month before it grew. Yeah, these are the youngest. These ones have probably only reached 90 days. All the ones in the pots. That's how delayed they get. They didn't reach 110 days like the others. Also, over fertilization. So I must have prepared this pot, added fertilizer, and then put it away. And then when I went to set this up, I added more fertilizer, thinking I didn't add any fertilizer before, and that's probably why. So the roots were struggling to grow. I don't think it was watering. I kept these well watered. Okay, 1.5. But anyway, yeah, that's it. Now let's have a look at everything together and see the weights. Alright, all the winter potatoes have been harvested. Alright, from 16 plants, we got a total of 34 kilos. And I am very pleased with that. The second round was a lot better in results. We got ones at 3 kilos, I think 2.8. This one's 3.3, 3.1. So yeah, these potatoes here, they should have been harvested with the first half, but I think it's kind of good. I forgot about them. Because now, we got ourselves a 1 kilo potato. So I'm gonna focus, there we go. Yeah, if I left the potatoes here to grow to 140 days, I think those 2 potatoes would have reached a kilo. But then I would have risked a lot of them sprouting, and we'd probably have to try to eat them all straight away or throw some out. But yeah, this is good. I'm glad I left this plant in. I was gonna replace it with a spare plant. These ones over here, they did okay. This spot doesn't get as much sunlight as the rest of the potatoes because these are kind of further at the back, covered by my fruit trees. Say we have the plants here. These ones I was a little disappointed in because they both kind of didn't grow that large, but they ended up delivering me some good size tubers. Here with the biggest plant here, so we didn't break a record here. Like this one didn't even get to be 900 grams, but this was the heaviest one at 3.9 kilos. This one too, I was worried about this one at the start. A lot of vines were like skinny, and then it kind of just took off. These ones over here were good. I knew this one was going to be a good one. This one as well. This one had a good spot over here, had nice sunlight, it was a big plant. This one had a lot of vines, but they had nice big leaves, they were nice and green, and they delivered quite well. So yeah, this variety, I like this variety. I might plant more of it. Then the 2 over here, this one had the rotten one. This one I thought was going to be my best performing one, but it looks like it didn't even come close. I mean, this did lose a lot of leaves from the wind, but anyway, we still got some nice size ones. I like the shape when it's round. The ones in the double stacked pot, so these failed as in what I was trying to achieve. Barely any roots went into the second pot, and these plants were small, although some of them performed great. Like this was 500 gram right here. That's good. But yeah, these were small. That one decent size. Could have been better. But yeah, well, I'll still consider this a fail because it would have worked out anyway without the second pot. Basically, these were just wasted. I could have planted something else there during winter. But still, decent harvest. I might do some tweaking next time. Alright, here's what the 1 kilo potato looks like. Pretty big. 1 kilo potato. So this one you would consider a large potato already, but if you compare it to this one here, it's like, you can't compete. So it looks like the Pontiac potatoes are the winners. Looks like Pontiac potatoes are the winners for the season. I'm hoping I'm in frame here, but yeah, the whole point of the potatoes this season were to give them as much room as possible. So as you can see, like this bed in front of me, we only planted 2 potatoes here, but realistically I could have planted 2, 4, 6 or 8, and I would have gotten a lot more potatoes to harvest, much greater yield to harvest. But again, the goal was giant potatoes, which I did achieve, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, so I've already been planning for next winter. We're gonna go with russets and kenneback. When I looked online, it was saying that russets and the kenneback varieties are the ones that can give you the biggest potatoes. So Pontiac is up there, it can grow really large. My russets last year, they're okay, but I believe giving it enough room, I can probably get something bigger than this. If not bigger than this, then, you know, tubers that will consist larger than these. Okay, I'm gonna have to do that again. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so we're gonna do the same thing for the russets and kennebacks next year, give them lots of room to grow. I think I'll change it up. Maybe like one of these beds, I'll just plant 1 russet in the middle, but I'll have to buy a few packets of seeds so I can get something this big to plant in the center of this bed. But yeah, so that's some of the things I am planning for next year. Alright, here's all the potatoes I've harvested so far. I'm gonna fill this up. I am running out of phone memory, so I'll just fill it up with the first bed and then we'll skip to it. Alright, here is all the potatoes harvested from the winter crops. We got a total from the first half and the second half, we got a total of 50 kilos from 24 plants, which I am absolutely happy with the results. It's kind of like they average 2 kilos per plant basically. Yeah, so I did give them more room, so they took up more space than usual, but this was the goal and I achieved it. And if we're including the potatoes from the other stuff, like this is for a different video and I got another potato for another video there, I think we're looking at, there's my paper again, yeah, 63 kilos. So sitting in this whole barrel right here, well, not really because I've already been eating some potatoes already, but yeah, what's sitting in this barrel is 63 kilos of potatoes. My expectations was a little higher. Yeah, I think I calculated a total of 60 kilos for the whole winter harvest, and then each plant over between 2.5 or 2 to 4 kilos, and we were under a few, so I did overhype people and myself as well, but the end result did not disappoint. Yeah, we still averaged 2 kilos per plant, and we got some monster potatoes here. Again, these one, oh, they're inside the house. Yeah, they would have been 1 kilo each as well if I left them to 140 days. Very satisfying harvest. I am finally part of the 1 kilo potato gang. I don't know who's part of it, but I've seen some gardeners with their 1 kilo potato. So yes, I'm part of the crew now. So I've lost my sunlight, so I'm gonna showcase these potatoes tomorrow. Oh, here it is, all my winter potatoes this year. What am I gonna do this? Well, I'm gonna have to call up a lot of friends so I can get this emptied. Some of them are in the middle of sprouting. Well, beginning sprouting is what I meant. So yeah, I'm gonna have to call some friends, tell them to come pick some up, and the others I'll be delivering. As for storage, like what am I gonna do? This is all I'm gonna do for the storage. I'm not gonna do the whole, put it in a room that's like, I don't know, a certain temperature, a certain humidity. I don't really do any of that. Most of these potatoes will store well anyway because they've already matured. Yeah, there are scratches, but they'll dry up anyway because I'm not storing this anywhere where it's like low aeration. I'm literally just leaving these in a barrel. I'm just gonna put a dark breathable cover on top so there's no sunlight that gets through. Big potatoes, 1 kilo. Alright, so don't mind me doing this again. I just want to have the record with a better lighting. And the next potatoes in line is the warm season potatoes. These have been growing exceptionally well. Yeah, some of them are pretty tall, like this one here, the revealll. It's a massive guy here. Anyways, thanks for watching that harvest, and I hope you enjoyed. It's crazy, it's nuts. Here we go. Whew.